All right, guys. So before we go ahead and get started on the lectures, I just wanted to bring up a few things about the course organization, what you will need to access in order to find all the components of the course, and how to navigate the Canvas page and also the VHL Central page. So let's get started. I'm going to share my screen with you guys so you are able to see what's going on here. Okay, so a lot of you will have something similar to this. It'll look a little bit different since I'm in the instructor version. But you will click on your course, whether that be Spanish 1102 or Spanish 1101. Go ahead and click on these. Okay, so the course is going to be structured in modules. Okay, and I have a lot of unpublished modules down here with different activities and resources that will be coming available soon when the chapter gets there. But first off, this is your home page where you will find all the information on the course. Okay, so we have things like forums. Okay, that's designated by the chat icon right there, right? The windows or the messages for the chat discussion forums. Okay, so make sure you do that first. Then there's a short video that I've uploaded a file, which would be the paper clips. So these are files here on the left side. Meet your professor. There's the syllabus. Here is a page, and a page is usually containing information, whether it be notes for class, things you need to get done, website information, also your schedule for the week. Those will all be pages. Okay, and you can also find that here in the left side of your Canvas homepage under Pages. So if you click on Pages, you're also able to see all of the pages that have been created. But let's go back. So at the beginning of each week, the modules will be posted on Sunday. I'm reconsidering. I'm thinking that you guys might need a little bit more time. So I think we're gonna have homework due on Friday, or excuse me, on Wednesday and on Sunday. So the modules will be due weekly on Sunday, but there will be a day in between the due dates of the modules where you do have to turn in some homework on VHL. So let's go ahead and look at schedule for week one introduction. Okay, disregard this if you're in a different course, but it's the same principle. It's the same look. We'll be doing pretty much the same thing in terms of the organization of the course. So here we have schedule week one introduction. So here's our meeting date and format. Week 1, 5/26 through 5/31, and it's all asynchronous. This entire course will be asynchronous, meaning there will be no sessions that you have to attend live. Everything will be done on your own time. The module and topic outcomes, that will be found mainly in the week 1 module overview, which contains a link. We'll go to that in just a second here. Your materials needed, which would be your VHL Supersite. We'll also look at that. There's a link to the website that you will need to access. You'll need daily internet access, your textbook, a computer or tablet, and a Spanish-English dictionary. So here's the reading and preparation that you'll need to do for the week. So each week you will have your reading and preparation list right here, all things you'll need to do to be successful for your lectures, your quizzes, your notes, whatever it may be. Here we'll have discussions for the week, and there will be one each week dealing with culture, grammar points, talking back and forth using a chat feature in the discussion group, but more will be to come on that later. But make sure you just go ahead and do your introduce yourself discussion for the first week. And I've actually got to change that. So we do have some assessment. There's homework. There's some activities to be done and so on. So that will be updated. But if you go here and click on your Module 1 overview, it will take you to another page, okay? I'm working with the instructional designer on how to make this look a little bit better, but here we have our schedule. I like to get everything oriented at the top left, but I'm getting there. So here's the module number and title, and that will tell you what the basic idea of the module is. Module 1, Introduction to the Spanish Language and Culture, okay? If you're in a different course, it will be a little bit different. So here's our module learning outcomes. Each module will have learning outcomes. So in this particular course, these particular module, the outcomes will be recall and employ and apply Spanish vocabulary of greetings, farewells, questions of identity, and expressions of courtesy, so on and so on. And each of those will be detailed, probably be 4 to 5 for each module. Assessments and rubrics, so these are things like that will be turned in for a grade. Homework, VHL Supersite activities, which is the main bulk of our homework. Your activity to do for the first point of grammar, and then the activity to do for the second point of grammar. Okay. We will also have activities, learner interaction, engagement. So this will be everything that you'll need to complete for the week. In addition to a checklist down here, there will also be a checklist to give you a different view of what all is being done. Okay, but this will also have our module learning outcomes attached to each assignment or activity. Okay. So there'll be several things there: discussion, lectures, activities. Sometimes there may be things like quizzes, tests, so on, projects. But they will be updated each week. Here's a list of the instructional materials, the reading you need to do. There will also be some links to outside sources sometimes. So here's a link on intercultural competence that you must read. And also some pages here in the Canvas course. So like I was saying earlier, you click on the left side right here, you go to pages, you can read these different pages, navigating the course and the textbook and Supersite Plus information. Okay, so just let me know if you have any questions about that. We also have the seat time here. We're required to have 750 minutes of seat time per credit hour. So if you do the math there, that's quite a lot for an 8-week course. So it will be about double the amount of work of a normal 16-week course. So just keep that in mind. The estimated time for this week is, I don't know if I put it, it's somewhere around 6 hours. So you need to make sure you're starting that as soon as possible. And also we will have a checklist down here. I've also got to update this, but everything that will be requiring a submission will be in bold, and everything that will not require submission will not be in bold, although everything is mandatory. So this is a way to keep yourself on track. You can check when it's complete, write down your time spent, working out the kinks here. And that will allow you to keep track of everything that will be due over the course of the module. So you guys let me know if you have any questions about that, but I'm going to go back here to our schedule. So a little bit about the Supersite. Make sure you've registered an account, you have a code, you redeemed your code here, right? And then you add a program or school. Okay, so you should be able to find me. If you need me to manually enter you into the course after you've already bought the book, that's fine. I can do that. Just make sure you need to redeem your code. Okay, so mine looks a little bit different than you than on your side. But typically, you're going to be looking at things like this. You'll have a due date on the right. It's going to look similar to this, but not quite the same. And you will need to make sure that you get all of these done by the due date. They will also be listed in the schedule for the week. If you click on week 1 module overview, you'll have all the homework assignments that will be due for that module and the due date. Okay, but to go back to here, some of you may want to know how to access the textbook. Okay, if you have the ebook option, you can do that, but this is just the web-based version. So it's just going to pull up a browser here, the vText, virtual text. So if you click on that vText, it should bring up your textbook. So in terms of the reading we have assigned coming up, you can go ahead and go to the page, for example, and start your reading. Okay, so that's just a little bit more about the course. I'll post another video here in a little bit getting into the grammar, but just wanted to go ahead and get that out there. If you guys need any help, please let me know, and I'd be willing to help you at any point. I know this can be a little bit daunting and confusing at first, but I'm going to try and keep it very logical, very step-by-step oriented, and make sure you guys are all on the same page. So I don't want there to be any confusion. Let me know if I can help with anything. We're really going to get going next week. I know A lot of you don't quite have the textbook yet or haven't figured out everything to do with the course. So there will not be quite as much work this week, but there will be a substantial amount next week, along with a quiz on the vocabulary on Wednesday. So go ahead and start studying that, and I will see you guys shortly.